What's going on, gamers? My name is Noble, and in today's video we're going to be doing a guide for the first chapter of Gears of War 5. Now I know larger sites like IGN's and Kotaku's and other multi-people sites have probably had this guide up for a very long time, but I actually very much enjoyed the game. I love the story, I love the way it looks, and I wanted to go ahead and try my hand at my very own guide. So with that said, we're going to be doing every collectible in chapter 1. I'm currently working on chapter 2 and we'll go ahead and continue as I get those done. But I've got every collectible done in chapter 1 if you guys want to go ahead and follow along. Also in the description, if you guys don't want to listen to this video, I have a full guide step by step on my website as well. You guys can go and check that out at NobleArcade.com or just click the link in the description. With that said, let's go ahead and start off with Chapter 1, Act 1, Shot in the Dark. So the first collectible that you can get is at the very beginning, and it's called the Weathered Spectacles. It's the first one that you can get, but it's very easy to miss. As soon as you begin the game with JD rappelling from the helicopter, you'll find yourself in a small lake bed with a waterfall in the distance. Turn so that the waterfall is on your left and walk as far as you can in that direction. You should come across an area with rocks by the shore, and on one of those rocks is your very first collectible. So the next one is called Onyx Guard Challenge Coin, and this one's more easily seen but can also be easily missed if you rush past it. It's also at the very beginning of Shot in the Dark. From the first collectible that you just found, head over to the shore leading up to the base, but before you actually head up, take a look to the left. Near the bottom of the hill, you'll find the coin. Our next collectible is the Wellness Advisory Poster. After parts of the building collapse, you'll be shown a short tutorial on how to get Dave to fetch items for you. Once you're done with that, you'll come to a room where you'll find bodies on the floor and a short audio cue saying, "Only a few of us got out alive." Immediately after this, you'll come to a locker room where you'll find a clip of ammo left in a sink. Once you go ahead and pick that up, turn around directly behind you, you'll find the poster. Your next collectible is cog tags from a fallen Azure gear. Alright, so for this one it comes a little bit later in the level. After fighting off a carrier and calling in some support, you'll eventually use Dave to open a door by looking through a large crack in a wall. As soon as that door is open, you'll find yourself in a room with large windows to your right. Whenever Dave opens the next door, there will be an infirmary right in front of you. Head over there. Once you enter the room, look at the bodies on your right to find your collectible. The next collectible is called the Chairman's Wristwatch. From the infirmary you were just in, head out and to the right up a flight of stairs. Once at the top of the staircase, go into the first room on your left. It's going to be very dark in there, so stick to the right wall and follow it. You'll soon come to an office and the watch will be on the desk next to a computer screen. Alright, so your next collectible is the Light Mass Missile Strike Authorization. Soon after your last collectible, you'll have a small firefight against a Scion where you're going to lose your backup. Once you finish the fight, head up the ramp on the left and vault over the cover at the top. On your left at the bottom of the staircase is a room. Head into it and go up a short flight of stairs. At the back of the room, you'll find your collectible on the left console. And the last collectible for this first act is the UIR Hammer of Dawn Blueprints. From the last collectible, go ahead and proceed with the mission and you'll come to another locked door, and once again you're going to have to send Dave in through a vent in order to unlock it. As soon as that door is unlocked, directly in front of you, you're going to see a desk with a globe on it. Head on over to it and you'll find the blueprints on the desk near the globe. Alright, so by now you should have all the collectibles for Act 1. This is going to be the beginning of Chapter 1, Act 2. Diplomacy. Act 2 is a bit of a story building act, so there won't be any combat and you can sit back and enjoy the look of the game, and the collectibles here are actually pretty easy to find, so let's go ahead and get started. The first one is the photograph of Kilo Squad. As soon as you're able to take control of JD, walk over to Baird's desk. Near the left computer on the desk, you'll find the picture. After that, your next collectible is going to be the Mark III Lancer Blueprint. After you pick up Jack's new flash ability and before you go out to test it, go ahead and turn left. Head on over to the 3 crates and pick up the blueprint. You can't miss it. So the next collectible is called the Trauma Record for Marcus Phoenix. In that same room, directly across from the blueprints you just found, head over to a pair of trolleys and you'll find the files next to a Chinese food container. Alright, so the next collectible here is called the Gym Notice to Trainees. After you get into a quick sparring match with Foz, you'll easily be able to find the notice on one of the walls. All you have to do is look at the DB that Foz kicked over and go in the direction that the head is pointing. So your next collectible is called the DBI Marketing Brochure, and this is the last one for the act. After borrowing Jack's upgrade component, you're ready to move on to the next cutscene, but before you head and see the First Minister, you'll come to a check-in room. On the left side of the room is a couch, and that's where you're going to go ahead and find the brochure. Alright, so now we are on to Act 1, Chapter 3. It's called This is War. So the first collectible that you can find here is some more cog tags from a fallen Raven pilot. Alright, so you're going to go ahead and start off this act pinned under the crash wreckage where there's a bunch of juvies swarming you. Once you get out of that situation and take full control of JD, you can find the cog tags just around the filing cabinet in front of you by the fallen pilot. Our next collectible is called the New Efren 20th Anniversary Edition. I believe that's the way you say it. Not really sure, but you guys should know what I'm talking about. Immediately in the next room, head straight to the desk on your left, and on the right side of the desk next to the keyboard is the article. Your next collectible is called the Seditious Literature. I hope I said that right. I'm probably messing up a whole lot of these words. But right after your first official firefight in this act, you'll need to go up a staircase. Once you're at the top, go around the railings and turn back around. On the desk to your left, you'll find the paper. Our next collectible is called the Settlement 2 Welcome Package. And whenever you get to a room full of civilians who are waiting for transport, look to your left. You're going to come to a bedroom with a guitar in it, and on your right, on the table with the telephone, you can go ahead and find the package. Our next collectible is called the Storied Embry Star. After the battle where you help Lizzie clear out the streets of Locust, head on to the second floor where the snipers were. Towards the back of the room, you can find the star in an open cupboard. Our next collectible for this act is more cog tags from a fallen gear at a Condor crash. After you break through the gate that leads to the park and walk through the park, you're going to come across a bridge that you have to cross. On the other side of the bridge, you will find the cog tags, and you should try looking around where the DB exploded. It's right around that area. And the last collectible for this act is called the Saren Colossus. Whenever you come to the section where you have to fight off a bunch of juvies in order to go ahead and clear the streets, head to the last store on the left side of the road. Whenever you go inside, there's going to be a front display case, and that's where you can find the book. It's actually hidden on the back side, so just go around back and pick it up. And that brings us to the last act of Chapter 1. This is Chapter 1, Act 4, The Tide Turns. Alright, so the first collectible in this act is called the Memo to Boma Hotel Staff. I think I got that right. In order to go ahead and find this, you're actually gonna go ahead and use Jack's brand new upgrade, the Stim, a few times, and eventually you're gonna come to a gate that you have to break open. The sign above it reads, The Grand Boma Hotel. After you break it, head left into the open loading dock, and around the back on a table, you'll go ahead and find the memo. The next one that we've got as a collectible are some more cog tiers for a fallen gear at the hotel. Immediately after getting your first collectible, you're going to have to head back to the other side and kick 2 blue doors with Dell. After you push in through those doors, you're going to end up in a very, very dark room, and once Jack turns on the flashlights, you'll be able to find the cog tags right in front of you. Our next collectible is going to be the Lost Horse plush. So after you come across the stealth reject part of the hotel, you and Dell are going to move through golden double doors and open up into a dual staircase that leads upstairs. Before you head upstairs, go around the flower centerpiece and under the stairs, and that's where you'll go ahead and find the stuffed animal. Our next collectible is immediately after that. It's called the Settlement 2 Summer Birth Pamphlet. And as soon as you've got the plush horse, you can go ahead and head upstairs. Once you're upstairs, you'll see some tables with some balloons on them. Head on over there and collect the pamphlet on the table. Our next collectible is called Song Lyrics. Eventually, you're going to come to a gunfight on the surface roads and help the DBs clear out another swarm of leeches. After that, you're going to be reunited with Marcus and Kate, and you're going to go ahead and make your way to the main stage. As soon as you're at the doorway that says main stage above it, go ahead and take 2 lefts and the sheet of music will be on the table with the mirror on it. Our next collectible is called the Worn Lighter, and it's right after getting the song lyrics. You'll have to go down a narrow hallway. In the next room, you go down a small set of stairs, and then you can go ahead and find the lighter on a lit table directly in front of you. And I think this is the last one for this section. It's called the Octus Cannon Scroll Prop. Whenever you finally make it onto the actual stage, you're going to need to go ahead and open the curtain. And the lever for this is going to be on the other side of the stage to your left. Before pulling it though, look to your right to go ahead and pick up the prop on a set of boxes. And those are all the collectibles that you can go ahead and collect in Chapter 1 for Gears of War 5. Like I said guys, I am doing my very best to get Chapter 2 up. I'll try to make a video for Chapter 2 once I have the actual guide up on the website. If you guys want to go and check out the website, very much appreciate it. You'll find this video there, as well as some pictures in case you're having any trouble finding any of the collectibles that I just mentioned. And if you guys like this, or if you're checking this out on the website, please be sure to drop a comment. I hope it helped you guys out. And as always, if you haven't already subscribed to this YouTube channel, I would definitely appreciate it. We are trying our hardest to reach 8,000 subscribers before the end of the year. And I guess that's pretty much it. I gotta get to work on Chapter 2. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.